Hi everyone, so this is your lecture on divine command theory. Divine command theory is one of several theories of right actions we'll be looking at. The other ones being subjective relativism, cultural relativism, utilitarianism, Kantian ethics, and virtue ethics. Okay. Theories of right action are just theories that attempt to tell us what makes certain actions right and certain actions wrong. Divine command theory says that right actions are those commanded by God and wrong actions are those forbidden by God. All right. If you're religious, you'd probably like a view like this. The reason why is because if you think God exists, you probably think God's the creator of morality. And so if God's the creator of morality, when God was creating the universe and God started making it the case that certain things are right and certain things are wrong, that's really just to say that God commanded that certain things are right, or God forbid certain things and consequently made them wrong. They made them wrong actions. Right? So if you're religious, you probably like a view like this. All right. Now, a brief side note relating to religion and ethics. There's a pretty popular view, I think, that in order for anything to be right or wrong, God needs to exist. I think a lot of people tend to think that, because if God doesn't exist, you might think, well, you might either think then morality is just a human invention or there's nothing right or wrong at all. Okay? This view is mistaken, and we'll see that this is mistaken mainly because there's plenty of views that have nothing to do with God and have nothing to do about our own creation of morality, right? So if you're maybe a relativist, you just think actions are right or wrong just because either you think they're right or wrong and they're right or wrong for you, or society thinks they're right or wrong, and then consequently they're right or wrong for you depending upon if you're part of that society. I'm skipping ahead of myself right now, but suffice it to say that there's lots of theories that don't either appeal to merely human invention or God to talk about whether things are right or wrong. You could have a perfectly legitimate and, in fact, very plausible view that has nothing to do with God and nothing to do about our own opinions on what's right or wrong, making things right or wrong. Okay, we'll see a little bit of that more later on in the chapter, but I just want to preview that for now. So you don't need God to exist in order for things to be right or wrong. There's plenty of people who think that's not the case. Okay. All right, so anyway, divine command theory basically just says that God commands that certain things are right and God commands that certain things are wrong. All right, so that's all there is to the theory, okay? And if you're religious, you probably like it.